Go. We got inside.
They're going to rush four. Russell, look out. He's going to fire inside. Reaching up, making a catch. Does he hang on? He does!
Let's go!
And hopefully those good vibes continue as they return from the bye week as we welcome you to Seahawks Saturday night. Alongside former Seahawks linebacker Dave Wyman, I'm Aaron Levine. Dave, the perfect 5-0 record will be put to the test with 4 games against NFC West opponents in the next 5 weeks. How is playing a divisional rival different than what we've seen the first 5 weeks of the year?
I think it'll be a little bit more meaningful the next time they play them, which is just 4 weeks after this game because of the familiarity, and there's kind of a little bit of a cat and mouse game. But yeah, I mean, these teams know each other. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald in 11 years, this is going to be his 21st time lining up against a Pete Carroll defense. So, but one guy that they're not very familiar with, and it's going to be the 3rd time they faced Kyler Murray, and he's a lot different than what he was his rookie year. And I'll just cut to the chase for keys to the game. Limit this guy. I mean, he's special. He's what you call an extra meeting guy. So to go along with his 1,500 passing yards, he's got about 300 rushing yards, 370 actually, and 6 touchdowns. So the other thing is that when he scrambles, he's averaging 11 yards per carry. So he is an extra meeting guy. He's a guy that they're really going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is on pace to run the ball 136 times this season. That's 43 more rushes than his rookie year. The Cardinals coming off an impressive Monday night blowout of the Dallas Cowboys. So aside from Kyler Murray, what makes Arizona so tough?
Well, it's their number 4 running game, and Kenyon Drake is number 4 in the NFL with almost 500 yards. Now, they played in 6 games, but he's a guy they traded for last year early on, and David Johnson wasn't working out for him, and he has been really good. And you put him together with Kyler Murray and his yardage, they're the most effective running duo in the NFL. So, you know, both Murray's at number 14 as far as yardage, and then Drake, as I said, at number 4. So it's going to be tough for this defense. They've you know, they had a little bit of a struggle last week against the Minnesota Vikings. And then here's the other thing. You see the sack there. NFC West teams are getting really good on defense. This is the number 2 scoring defense that the Cardinals have. You know, I know the LA Rams are like the number 4 defense, so it's getting really competitive. And Seahawks not so great on defense, but that Arizona Cardinal defense is getting it done. Yeah,
that Seahawks defense has been able to make plays when they've needed to at the end of games, but they are at the bottom of the league statistically. So what is the key for the defense starting this weekend?
Again, I think it's going to be a slow fix as far as the yardage and, you know, the points that they're giving up right now. But one thing they're doing really well is taking the ball away. And, you know, for teams that have played 5 games, they're tied for number 1 and with 10 takeaways. They're tied in turnover ratio for, they're at +6 at number 1. But you see the big play there on Cam Newton. You see the safety against the Cowboys, you know, an interception at the end of the game, the huge 4th down stop against the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, I don't know that you can live all year on big plays and counting on these, but they certainly have come up with them. And again, the takeaways here, and you see a great rush by Benson Mayowa and a Shaquille Griffin pick, which he's gotten better and better. This is how they survived last year. Right. They took the ball away. They were giving up lots of yards, and I've said that a lot, but that's kind of the personality of this defense right now.
You mentioned the Seahawks, 10 takeaways this season. 7 of those are interceptions, and 1 of them by the newcomer, Quinton Dunbar, and we caught up with him this week. And we're now joined by Seahawks cornerback Quentin Dunbar. You get the Cardinals this week. How different is this offense compared to others you've faced this season?
Very different. Obviously, they got Kyler Murray back there, and then they running like a college offense with the tempo and the spread. So it's very different from every other offense we played.
Is there an individual matchup you're really excited for this weekend?
Yeah, I'm excited to be going against Hopkins. So I'm looking forward to matching up with him and, you know, just competing.
We look forward to seeing it also. You know, this secondary hasn't been fully healthy all season long. What do you think the potential is of this group when everyone is at full strength?
Oh, I feel like the sky's the limit, man. I feel like we just scratching the surface. We haven't played, you know, together, but only but 1 game. But, I mean, that's not an excuse. I mean, we have other guys who's capable of stepping up and making them plays. So we just got to continue to gel and get communication down, and we'll be fine.
Now, some of these games have gone all the way down to the wire, the last play of games. What kind of effect does it have on this team when they're able to pull out those games?
It just shows that we battle tested. No matter what adversity we face throughout the game, we seem to just show up at the right time and, and make those plays to win the game.
Is there a characteristic that stands out to you about this team so far this year?
I feel like we got grit, man. We gonna fight to the end, no matter what down it is, how much time left, the situation. We just gonna continue to fight. I mean, that's hard to find in the team. You just something you got to have.
It's certainly fun to watch. Personally, I'm sure it wasn't easy getting here later than some of the other players this year, but now that you've been in this building for a few months, what stands out to you about this organization?
Everything, man. I mean, it's just totally different from where I come from, and not taking away anything from Washington. I mean, I just feel at home here. I feel like you can be yourself and everything, and it just family oriented, man. Everybody cares about each other. Everybody, cares about each other's well-being, and that's what it's about. It's not just about football.
Finally, what's something you want the 12s to know about you that they might not know at this point?
I'm a fighter, man. I'm gonna continue to fight. As long as I got on this blue and green, I'm gonna fight, and I'm gonna give everything I got every game, no matter what. Well,
Seahawks cornerback Quinton Dunbar, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck against the Cardinals.
All right, thank you.
Up next, we're catching up with the head coach, Pete Carroll. And we're now joined by Seahawks coach Pete Carroll. Coach, you get to play under the lights for the third time already this year. Did the late week scheduling change or affect you at all?
No, not at all. We've been pretty accustomed to playing at night and playing the primetime game, so it just adds a little something to it for our guys. We'll have fun with it.
Well, divisional play starts this week. Do you think the NFC West is the toughest in football right now?
Well, I don't think anybody would want to play anybody in our division right now. So I don't know how to equate that, but it's a very complete, aggressive, tough division now, and everybody can ball, and so it makes us better. If we can survive this division, you can survive anything. So we'll take a lot out of that. But being first game in the division, we got to see if we can get off to a good start.
You get Kyler Murray now in his second season. Is he faster on tape or in person?
Boy, he really flies. He's just such a sudden burst guy. He gets going top speed, it seems, within a couple steps, a little choppy, quick steps he takes. He flies. Really, I haven't seen anybody have that kind of a knack to get out and go. He doesn't want to get hit, which he does a great job of, determining himself. He's in command of that for the most part, and he's hard to get to. He hasn't been sacked a lot. We've been out and running and gaining 11 yards of scramble, if you can imagine. So we got our hands full.
What does the addition of DeAndre Hopkins do for them this year?
Well, he'd be an addition on any team. He's a fantastic performer, playmaker. His catching range is really as good as anybody that's ever played that I've seen, and his ability to make the special catch. Not all speed, not all just his quickness. It's just his savvy and instincts and his playmaking on the ball, which are really unique.
Well, Hopkins and DK Metcalf are the top players in the league in terms of receiving yards per game so far this year. What was your biggest point of emphasis as the team returned from the bye week this week?
Well, we want to take advantage of the freshness, and make sure we did that. Everybody worked really hard to stay well and get stronger during the off week. We came back with really good practices. The guys were really energized and juiced up. We had a number of areas in our football that we wanted to address. And so that's what we're doing in the planning of this game and as we move forward. This is kind of a marker when you get to bye time, that you can go back and do all the self-scout and all that in a really complete sense. And so that's been done. And we hope to respond and be a better team coming out of it.
You're tied for first in turnover margin this season at +6. It seems like every year you're around the top of that category. You think that's a direct product of how much that's emphasized every single day in practice and the mantra, it's all about the ball?
I hope so. We've been doing it for a long time, and we've been trying to find ways to emphasize it better than anybody in the world can emphasize it, and because a lot of it has to do with habits, and how you react to situations, and the discipline that our guys use. And you see them, high and tight with the football and blocking it and double wrapping and all of the things, transitioning the ball away so guys can get the shot at it. It's really the focus goes on the offensive side there, but then the other side of it, it's the defense, being aware and so where the ball is when they're making their plays. Second man in on the tackle, third man in on the tackle, you go after the football, and all of that is discipline, and awareness. And so we've been on it for a long time. I'll give you a little stat. The top 5 teams in turnovers right now at this time in the turnover ratio are 25-2. 25-2. 3 of us at +6 and a couple at +5, whatever it is. 25-2 is a record that just amplifies the messaging of how important it is.
That's an incredible stat there. Having depth at any position is a luxury, but how difficult is it when, say, a backup comes in, performs exceptionally well, and then you have to make that decision to sit him when the starter comes back from injury?
Yeah, that's just good decisions. That it's not always for the individual that has to sit, and sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It depends on the situation and the matchups and all that kind of stuff. But it just makes you better. And the hungriness that a guy, kind of earns by his playtime, that makes him more competitive and makes him better, and he's more ready, and everything kind of elevates because of those opportunities. And so we try to make the positive out of it, but always sensitive to the guy who does have to sit down and miss his playing time, because they don't want to give that up ever.
Finally, our viewer question this week comes from @LittleWhiteDove. Coach, what do you think about the quarterback sneak, and why has it never been attempted with Russ under center?
Well, it's just something that sometimes certain players have a knack for and match up to. We just haven't done it, over the years. So you can expect that we won't, but maybe someday down the road, you never know.
We look forward to it. A chance to start the season 6-0 for the first time ever. Good luck tomorrow night, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach Carroll and the Seahawks off to their best start in franchise history. Up next, we look back at the big moments that have the Hawks undefeated.
And here we go. Final play of the game. 3 seconds left. 1st and goal from the 1. Newton's going to run the ball. He gets hit. He flipped up in the air. He doesn't get there. Clock ticks down. It's all zeros. What a play by the Seahawks defense.
I think that it's great to be in a great division because every matchup, every game is a close one. Every game is tight. Every moment is tough, and I think it'll be, I think it'll be another great matchup. I think it'll be another great championship type of performance, and we're looking forward to it. And I know they are too. And it'll be, we really respect these guys and how they play and how tough they are. So it'll be a great matchup.
It really will tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it wasn't always easy, but somehow the Hawks got to 5-0 so far this year. Let's take you back on the field through the eyes and mouths of some of the players in this historic start.
At the 38-yard line. Let's see if he does, in fact, go forward. Russell, 4th down and 5. He is 4-man rush. Russ looks. He's going to lay it up over the top. He's got a man down there. It's Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Trip set left side. Bryant stepping up in the pocket, has time. He's going to throw a rainbow shot to the end zone. Leaping up and intercepting into the end zone is Diggs, and that is what's going to do it.
Hey, you don't need like playing for them, Cam. You don't like that. I know you. No, you don't. You ain't got to count to me. He faking. He faking.
2nd down and 3 at the 38 of the Patriots. Russell's going to throw. Has time. Stops. Going to let it fly down the near sideline. Moore out there. Did he keep his feet in? It looked like a great catch. He is in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Oh, he hit the pylon. That's touchdown. That's touchdown. He hit the pylon. Yeah, yeah. Boy,
that's a hell of a play, my boy.
Yes, sir.
That's a hell of a play.
Yes, sir.
Think about the situation. As much as we celebrate, we're trying to finish this thing. They still only down by 5. That's what the coach is playing for. They're down by 5.
They're trying to sneak out of here with a win,
yes.
man.
And here we go. Final play of the game. 3 seconds left. 1st and goal from the 1. Newton's going to run the ball. He gets hit. He flipped up in the air. He doesn't get there. Clock ticks down. It's all zeros. What a play by the Seahawks defense.
Everybody know, man, like it's so mean. He on this Seahawks, they got a great team. If they ain't supposed to be on the field, don't let them be on the field. Right. Let's take their confidence away. Let's let them be scared to guard us. Let's go out there and let's just shine, bro. We already gave them a glimpse of what it's like last week. Let's not stop now. Let's make every DB scared of us, bro. Let's go. Somebody got to get it. We ain't did all this work for nothing. Hey, dominate on 3. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. Yeah.
Russell still making some calls. Clock is ticking down. 3, 2. From the shotgun, looks over the top, wide open in the back of the end zone for the 3rd time. Tyler Lockett, touchdown, Seahawks.
I tell you, it's hard running in between everybody.
That's a cool play, though.
Yeah.
Elliott is wide to the near side. 3 receivers right. Prescott is going to look at.
Yes, sir.
He gets hit again. He stumbles. He stays on his feet.
Oh. Come on, Neil.
The ball is intercepted in the end zone. The Seahawks are going to hold off the Dallas Cowboys.
Good stuff, boys. Yes, sir.
Let's go. They trying us. They trying us.
Smythe, the tight end, brings on the right side. Four-man rush by the Hawks. Fitzpatrick steps up in the pocket, gets hit, and now he's going to go down. Fitzpatrick out of the pocket, straight upfield, and right into Rush and Monet.
You made him step up. Were you in?
Me and Benson.
That was because of you?
Hell no, it's just you working hard, fam. You ain't
Step up. If you ain't step up, so you.
First and 10, Fitzpatrick is going to throw inside. Both picked off. It's Shaq Griffin. Here he comes. Back to the right side, across the 40, down to the 35, knocked out of bounds by the Seahawks bench.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
And the Seahawks are back in business to really salt this away.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, all night, man. Locked in, zoned in. Locked in, zoned in. Locked in, zoned in. Let's go get this thing. Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win. Here we go, right here. Big stop right here. Big stop right here. Here we go, D. Let's go, D.
Mattis, the single setback. He gets the ball. He gets hit. I don't think he got there. It's going to be close. It's going to be oh so close. It's Seahawks football. Can Russell Wilson and company go 95 yards in a minute 57 seconds to win this football game in a driving rain, trailing by 5?
We got team. Here we go. We got tight.
They're going to rush 4. Russell, look out. He's going to fire inside, reaching up, making a catch. Does he hang on? He does!
Let's go! Let's get go! Hey, locked in. Locked in. Don't give him anything easy. Hey, go get him.
Tight trip.
Move up, move up, move up, move up, move up, move up.
Going to look down the middle. His arm is going to be hit. Falls incomplete as the Seahawks go scrambling for the ball just in case it was a fumble. Clock is still running. I think it was going to be a fumble as the clock runs out.
Hey, boy. Love you, boy. Let's get it, man. Got you all day. Hey, what game, man? Love you, brother. Congrats on all your success. Appreciate you, man. Fun to watch play, man. Tell your family I say what's up, man. You too. See, says hi.
Love that enthusiasm. 5 thrilling wins for the Seahawks to start the season. What could possibly top those finishes? Well, Dave Wyman looks ahead next on Seahawks Saturday Night.
I think this time off has allowed us to kind of refocus on the foundation and on the basics. And, you know, so I definitely feel like consistency is something that we do. We've shown that, you know, when our back is against the wall, it's 4th down or things of that nature, we can make plays, but we have to do that over the whole course of the game.
Now back here with Dave Wyman. So how does the Seahawks defense stop Kyler Murray?
If I knew that, Aaron, there'd be a lot of people offering me money to come in and be a defensive coordinator. I think you can limit him. And one of the things, we talked about this the other night on the Thursday night show.
The mush rush.
Mush rush, exactly. And, you know, it's kind of like a slow encirclement of the quarterback. You're not trying to give him lanes, nothing where you're rushing hard on the outside, upfield, leaving big gaps. You heard Pete Carroll there talk about, we talked about it earlier, 11 yards per scramble. So there's a way that you can do it, but, you know, you just have to not give him any big running lanes. The other thing is in the run game, we talk about this with Cam Newton. When he hands the ball off, he's a dead player. But when he's part of the running game, then you got to play against all 11. So those things make it really challenging.
Wagner just now talked about the importance of getting back to fundamentals during the bye week. Give the 12s a reason to be confident going into tomorrow's game.
How about Russell Wilson's 34 fourth quarter and overtime comeback wins? And with Russell, you always have a chance to win as long as they can get the ball back to him at the end, and they've been taking the ball away. And how about this? Another chance to sort of kill the curse of that building. You and I have talked about this every year going down there, Super Bowl 49. And don't forget, Will Dissly got hurt down there a couple years ago. So, and they put that to rest last year by getting a win down there. So hopefully, the Legion of Boom, there's been some really real ugliness in that building, so it's a great opportunity to just put that behind them.
Something strange always seems to happen inside that building. Hopefully it helps lead to a Seahawks win this time. A reminder, the game is in prime time, so it's not on our air, but our post-game show will be on Joe TV right after the game and also on Q13 FOX right after the end of Game 5 of the World Series at Seahawks Game Day tomorrow night. For Dave Wyman and Pete Carroll, I'm Aaron Levine. We'll see you tomorrow night.